Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Rustlers and Bisons fans of all ages, welcome and thank you for joining us here in Wainwright on a Saturday night. We have a special exhibition game tonight in Wainwright between the Wainwright Junior B Bisons and the Wainwright Senior AA Rustlers as they face off in some competitive non-contact hockey here tonight in Wainwright. Going to be a fun one as we see two local teams face off. But before we get to it, we're going to listen to O Canada and the PA announcer. We'll be right back.
For the Rotary All Seasons Park. Tonight's game is between your Wainwright Rustlers and your Wainwright Bisons. Your starting goaltenders for the Bisons. Number 1, on Holman. And for your Rustlers, number 49, Nolan Goodwin. Tonight, each team has brought with them an honorary captain. Tonight, for the Rustlers, welcome, Nixon Ray. Nixon is 8 years old and plays for the U11 Battle River Titans, as well as the Edmonton Vikings. His favorite NHL team is the Edmonton Oilers, and McDavid is his favorite player. Nixon's pet coach, Mike Soretsky, takes the title of his favorite Rustler. Nixon's ideal pregame meal is energy balls and BioSteel, and when he isn't playing hockey, Nixon likes to play mini sticks, soccer, golf, and race motocross. Welcome, Nixon Ray. For the Bisons, tonight's honorary captain, please welcome Keegan Henry. Keegan enjoys playing his minor hockey with his teammates in Wainwright. His favorite Bison player of all time is Coach Hen, also known as Dad. A favorite junior Bison warm-up song of his is Live the Night. Tonight, we're going to be doing a puck drop featuring Rotary members Brady and Casey Bird. At this time, we ask captains from both teams, please come to center for the honorary puck drop. We'll start with the honorary captains. And now, if we could have the captains from each team for the honorary puck drop, please. Is at this time, we ask everyone rise to be able to remove cover for the singing of O Canada by our very own Jayla Goffman.
With glowing hearts we see rise, the truth all strong and free. Afar and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh,
And we're ready to go for some charity hockey here tonight in Wainwright. These two Wainwright competitive clubs are playing in support of the Wainwright Rotary Club's All Seasons Park project, which will bring an outdoor hockey rink to Wainwright. Will be an ice surface in the winter, and it'll double as a basketball court, tennis court in the summer, along with some other features. It's going to be a great facility in Wainwright, and these two teams are doing their part in raising funds to help support that great project, which has been rolling along pretty well so far in Wainwright over the last 6 months or so. Ready for some hockey here. The Rustlers getting in some high-paced game action as they sit and wait for their provincial championship tournament that they are hosting over Easter weekend. And the Bisons advanced through the opening round of the playoffs by way of a forfeit. They only had to play one game last week. And the Onion Lake Border Chiefs forfeited the series, so the Rustlers were sitting still for quite a while, waiting for their second round opponent, which will more than likely be the Killam Wheat Kings, if it isn't already. I haven't checked recent scores, to be honest with you, but will likely be the Killam Wheat Kings, and beginning probably sometime in this coming week, maybe Wednesday, Thursday, if not Friday or Saturday for sure. So these two teams both playing not only for a good cause, but to keep themselves fresh for some upcoming opponents in the next little while. The Rustlers have the puck in their own end. It's Connor James tries to bang it off the boards, but it gets picked off, and now the Bisons have it in behind the Rustler goal. They step right out in front, fire a shot, and looks like Nolan Goodwin got his arm on it just enough to make the save. Bisons maintain possession, and Remco with a shot from the high slot. The Bisons captain and league-leading scorer had a chance point blank, but Goodwin with the save, and then a secondary save a few seconds later on the rebound, keeping this game scoreless. It's Nolan Goodwin in goal for the Wainwright Rustlers tonight, and Vaughn Holbeck for the Rustlers. Both have had great seasons in their respective leagues. Now Soretsky flying down the left wing. He gets stood up just outside the blue line and has to circle back. He finds Bailey there. Over to Berg, who hadn't played for most of the Rustlers season. Suffered an injury prior to the new year, but he's out there in a non-contact game getting some work in with his legs, preparing for a provincial tournament coming up. Soretsky just outside his blue line. He crosses center ice and carries it in just barely onside, but then the puck squirts outside the blue line, so he has to dump it in. So Irvine carries it out behind his own net. Dalton Irvine comes right through the center of the ice, slides it up to Adams, and he just has to sling it down in behind the Rustlers' goal to give his teammates a little time to get to it. And they get possession out of the blue line. Small dumps it in low. But eventually, the Rustlers do come away with it. They play it up the boards, trying to find Dicker, but bounced over his stick, so he's going to chase it down in the forecheck. Rustlers with another turnover in the neutral zone. It's Connor James. Skates it around for a sharp angle shot, but puts it off the outside of the post, and it ends up in the corner. Small now the other way. He tries to chip it forward, but the Rustlers pick that off.
Kidsport Wainwright is having a puck toss.
And now just inside the Bison's blue line, it's Lishka who receives the pass, slides it down to Ray.
Tonight, the three closest pucks.
He bobs and weaves, eventually gets it to Lishka.
And Kidsport Wainwright.
It is picked off by Comerford in the corner. He gains possession and tries to move it forward. Now Tippler chips it up to Perkins, who puts it right to the center of the ice, trying to find McLennan. McLennan's got some wheels, and he might get there first. He did so and got a shot on goal, but Goodwin made the save. Now McLennan in the corner. Drive for the center, and Cass gets it on the second attempt. But nothing doing for his teammate there as Ray comes out to center ice and dumps it in. Perkins gets his pocket picked in the neutral zone, and Rustlers move it up ice. Woodward, just inside the blue line, feeds it to Shirley. Shirley's shot ends up right in the belly of Holbeck as he holds on for a faceoff. Good start to an exhibition game. It's non-contact, but it is competitive, and they've been skating well in the first 4 minutes and 1 second in this one. And now the Bisons win the faceoff in their own end. So Remco through the neutral zone. He dumps it in. Goodwin comes out to play it up the boards. Remco's there to deflect it, trying to find a teammate, but it bounced over his stick and into the neutral zone. Now the Bison's able to carry across the blue line. Just stay onside. Garnier feeds it to Pastor, but can't maintain possession of that one. Bisons have to regroup and try again. Now Pastor carries it over the blue line himself. A nifty little move. Feeds it down low. It's Klein there trying to make a play on it. Now Remco comes away with it, but his sneaky pass got deflected out into the neutral zone. He had to try again, carrying it himself. And he beat the first defenseman, but not the second. But it looks like there might be a body checking or an interference penalty call on the Rustlers here. It's a charge signal, but I think in a non-contact game, that's going to be a body checking penalty. Now the Bisons with 2 minutes or less on the man advantage. They win the opening draw. It's Klein at the blue line. Long shot is redirected right in front by Garnier. And now he has it in the corner. He goes for the centering pass, trying to find Paulgard, but it was a touch behind him. And now they got to regroup. It's Paulgard. He fans on it, though. And Carson James picks it up, fires a shot, but Holbeck is there to make the save. Poised, calm, and collected he was. Holding on to that one for the faceoff. Bisons win the draw on their own end. They've got a minute and a half, just under that, remaining in a power play here. Irvine drops it in the neutral zone. And now it's Remco carrying it in himself. All the way around the back of the goal. Sends it to Olsen at the blue line, and now back to Remco. He steps into the slot, slides it over to the other side. The Bisons aren't able to create a scoring attempt out of it. And now Irvine in his own end. He steps around Dicker. Works it up to Remco. Slides it over to Pastor. He fires a shot from the high slot, but it's right in the chest of Goodwin, and he holds on for another faceoff. It's an awesome crowd here in Wainwright tonight. I appreciate those who are joining us online, but it's amazing to see how many people are here tonight in the Vision Credit Union Arena. Certainly more than we'd seen for any Rustlers games this year, for any Bisons games this year. Both the fan bases, which are obviously mostly alike, but the families and friends of the junior B players and the senior players coming together to watch this game tonight in support of a great cause in the Rotary All Seasons Park. Awesome to see so many people out enjoying a good night of hockey. And now the Bisons from the point. Olsen fires a shot. Rebound comes out to Pastor. He's not able to handle it as it was bobbling on end. And the Rustlers clear the zone. 20 seconds to go in this Brian Roulette penalty. And now a turnover in the neutral zone. It's Carson James with a chance. A little spin-a-rama to beat a defender, but he couldn't beat the second one. His Pastor made a good defensive play and shut down that scoring opportunity.
Tonight's 50-50.
Now Comerford slides it to a Remco. He tried to go center ice back to Pastor. The Rustlers thwarted that attempt, and now it's in the corner. It gets slung out in front of the Rustlers' goal, and now cleared out of the zone and all the way down the ice. As Dalton Irvine picks it up, leaves it there for Comerford. Rustlers pick it up, loose puck in the neutral, or in the offensive zone, I should say. They're not able to get a chance out of it. Bisons move it the other way. It's Klein on the left wing. He slams on the brakes in the corner and works it in behind the net. Ball guard there. Sends it up to Mills. Now from behind the net all the way to the point. The long shot is redirected by Mike Shirley. The Bisons pick up the loose puck once again. Ball guard behind the net. Hits it to Klein at the point. Across the ice. Now in the corner to Paul Guard. Ian Berger battling for it in the corner. Plusky's there now. The Bisons come away with it, and a shot from the right wing, almost just inside the blue line. Swallowed up by Goodwin and held on to for our face-off. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey now with 8.5 minutes expired in this first period. The shots are 10-2 in favor of the Bisons. And now Sereski wins the draw. He gets it to Hamilton along the boards. Across the way to Norman. And his pass into the neutral zone is picked up by a Bison and dumped in behind the Rustlers' goal, so they have to try once again. They flip it into the neutral zone this time. It ends up almost right on goal, but just misses. No icing, though, as Bison's defenseman was there well in time. And now along the boards, Carson James picks it up, slides it to Hamilton right at the mouth of the crease. But he couldn't get anything on that. Hamilton with a shot from point-blank range. It catches the shoulder of Holbeck and goes up and over the net. Soretsky in the corner. He's got James. They go back and forth once or twice. And now a battle down there. Comerford comes away with it for the Bisons. But he turns it over right in front of the net. Hamilton with a chance to make a play. But he couldn't pull the trigger, didn't have enough time. And now Nick Norman's got to pick it up in the neutral zone and try to dump it in deep and give the Rustlers a chance to regroup and make a change. Rustlers once again with a turnover in the neutral zone. It's Connor James's time. He fires a shot, but it goes off the stick of it looked like Ryder Tipler and up and into the glass, or up and into the netting. Drawing a face-off with 10:20 remaining to go in this opening period. Rustlers with the puck just inside the blue line, but the puck was rolling on Lishka, and his shot didn't have a lot of mustard on it.
U7 and U9 divisions. Stand up, everyone, give the crowd a wave. They've had an exciting season developing their skills and have participated in a number of games and tournaments. Tonight, they are celebrating their season's end, and we are happy to have them join us. We wish you the very best.
Bison's now dumping in behind the Rustlers' goal. Goodwin comes out to play it.
But most importantly,
and reverses course to Connor James. James dancing through the neutral zone. Steps around a few defenders and kind of fanning the shot a little bit. Didn't get much on it, giving the Bisons a chance to clear the zone. Now Dicker slides it to Lishka. He just chips it in deep so he can go for a line change. The Bisons try to work their way out of the zone. It's a Remco. Trying to find Garnier. The Bisons now come away with it, swing it around the boards to a Remco deep in Rustlers' territory. Comes out to the point. Bisons trying to work it down low once again. It's Garnier battling for it along the boards, but squirts out into the neutral zone. And now Klein dumps it into the left corner. Bailey's there to chase it down. He sends it to Berg, who swings it around to Dicker, chipping it forward for Clausen. But it gets sent back in the other direction, and Bailey's there to pick it up. Rustlers try to chip it into the neutral zone. but it ends up in the Rustlers bench for another face-off. We got just a couple ticks over 8.5 minutes to go in this opening period. It's a scoreless hockey game in this exhibition contest between the Wainwright Bisons and Rustlers. Rustlers win the draw here. It's Woodward coming through the neutral zone. Sends it to Shirley. He's got some speed. A sharp angle shot, and the rebound nearly ended up on her left stick. But just out of his reach now. The Bisons with a 2-on-1. And Paulgard with a sharp angle shot wasn't able to bury. And then a shot from Find was directed way up and into the netting for another face-off. Bisons come away with it off the draw. And now on the half boards, Shirley battling for it, and he clears his own for the Rustlers. Bisons in their own end just chip it off the boards and out of harm's way. But Connor James picks it up, and that's always harm's way. He comes flying down the right wing, steps into the high slot, and then a beautiful pass across the ice to McCloskey, and he had a one-time chance, but Holbeck with a glorious save to keep this a scoreless game as McCloskey was already celebrating that goal in his mind as he has a wide open net, probably 3/4 of the net worth of room to work with. But Holbeck with incredible lateral movement making the save, keeping this a 0-0 hockey game with 7:42 to go. Rustlers win the draw. It's Connor James at the point. He goes all the way across to his brother Carson, and his shot ends up right in the chest of Holbeck. Held on to once again for a draw. Bisons win the draw here. Now it's Perkins along the right wing. Can't control that pass, though, and the Rustlers come away with it. Only for a second, though, and now it's Comerford. Picks it up, crosses the blue line. He's got Perkins with him, but his pass didn't have enough on it as his stick had been stick-checked just as the pass was being released, and puck just slowly trickles on net. Still Perkins, Comerford, and the front end for the Rustlers, or for the Bisons, I should say. And they come away with it off the draw, and they score. It's Comerford. Cole Comerford with the opening score of this game. Bit of a muddled draw. The puck squirted loose right at just outside the top of the crease. Comerford picks it up and with all kinds of patience. Goes forehand, backhand, forehand, and top jetter to make this a 1-0 game for the Bisons in the Battle of Wainwright here on a Saturday night. Rustlers win the ensuing draw. The Bisons come away with the puck.
First goal, number 94, Cole Comerford, unassisted. Time of that goal, 7:12. Comerford, unassisted at 7:12.
7 minutes to go in this opening period. The Bisons just went offside, so we got a quick face-off here just outside the Rustlers' blue line. Rustlers win the draw, and it's Bailey in his own end. He finds Woodward, but the Bisons force a turnover almost immediately. Now from their own territory. It's Small who slides it forward. Line with a sharp angle shot goes just wide. Now Small once again puts a shot wide. The Rustlers able to chip it up in the air and out into the neutral zone. Let chips it up the boards, trying to find Lishka, but Keelan Adams is there to put a stop to that. Dicker leaves it there for Tyler Ray. He sends it right up through the middle of the neutral zone, but ends up right on Adams' stick, and the Bisons have possession once again with 6 minutes remaining in the opening period of this exhibition game, which has already been exciting for what has been a non-contact hockey game. And Ouellette from his own blue line. Carries it across center ice. Tries to dump it in, but Logan Garnier got a piece of that with his shin pad and slowed things down a little bit. But Clausen picks it up for the Rustlers in the corner and slides it up to the point. And a hard shot for Mullet on the point. And the save was made by Holbeck, and now the Bisons come the other way. It's Garnier down the left wing. He goes all the way across the ice, finds Remco over there. His shot was saved, and the second chance went wide. As Goodwin made the first save, but got tied up and couldn't move for the second one. But no harm, no foul as the Rustlers clear the zone. Not far enough for an icing. His Pastor picks it up in the neutral zone. He steps around Dicker, carries it across the blue line, steps around Ouellette, and now finds a Remco who swoops in behind the net, works it up to the point. Line trying to work it down low, but Connor James got in the way of that. And now a stretch pass to Mike Shirley. He steps in, he scores! It's a 1-1 hockey game, as Stompin' Tom Connors once said. Here in Wainwright, as Mike Shirley scores on the breakaway to tie this game at 1 apiece. Great stretch pass to catch Shirley with an advantage of a couple of steps. He had all kinds of space and time. And he buries one. It looks like it was 5-hole, maybe just low blocker side. Either way, it makes it a 1-1 game here. As the junior and senior teams here in Wainwright battle it out. Rustlers with a chance here as Connor James forced a turnover in the neutral zone. And now, as he had to swoop back and he carried it across the blue line once again, the Rustlers are just half a step offside. So things will slow down a little bit with 4:20 here to go in the opening period. Rustlers now, as they win the draw. Connor James carries it in, but they got knocked off his stick. The Rustlers are able to keep it in the zone. Now Hamilton tried a little backhand sneaky pass into the high slot, but it got picked off. From the corner, the Rustlers able to get possession and chip it forward and up and in the air out of the zone. Now Berg from the neutral zone drops it there for Carson James. He maintained possession for fraction of a second, but the third defender to get to him knocked it off his stick. Now the Bisons chipping in the neutral zone. Berg trying to make a play on it. He does just that. Works it to Soretsky in the neutral zone. He'll carry it across the blue line himself, down the right wing. Tries to center the pass. Eventually it finds Berg and the left wing all the way up at the point. He goes cross ice. And now the Rustlers with a great chance. Soretsky couldn't bury that one as Holbeck made the save. He kept this a tie game with 3:07 remaining in the first period. Ray and Weeks battle for the draw here, and Ray comes away with it as the Rustlers win the face-off. Battle in the corner and along the boards of the Zamboni doors, but the Bisons come away with it, and it's Keelan Adams crossing the blue line. A nice little saucer pass out in front, and they bury one. The Bisons take a 2-1 lead here with 2:51 remaining in the first period. A beautiful, beautiful saucer pass there from Keelan Adams. Looks like he found Dalton Irvine for that one. I couldn't find the number for a second, but what a goal is that sauce pass from the right wing into the slot was right on the tape. It could not have been any better if he drew it up. And that gives them a 2-1 lead. Rustlers win the ensuing draw. It's Mullet who slides it over to Norman. Back to Mullet. Now back to Norman once again.
And number 11, Max Mills. Under that goal.
Lawson dumps it in with Mullet and Dicker chasing it down.
Adams and Mills at 2:51.
Bisons quickly tried to turn it up ice. They're able to chip it past Norman as it's Aremko, leading scorer of the Junior B League. Swing it around the net. His centering pass got deflected out into the neutral zone. Now the Bisons trying again. A little back and forth in the neutral zone. A couple of turnovers on either end, and now the puck gets all the way deep into Bison's territory, but they have possession. They send up through the neutral zone, and they got numbers. It's a 2-on-1. And now a great chance for Pastor, but the pass is just ahead of him. And he had to try and center the pass back. The Rustlers made a good defensive play.
Make sure you get your tickets, and the lounge is open.
Now James banks it off the glass down the ice, and it's just barely going to be enough for an icing call. So we got 1:25 remaining in this first period. I would assume that the no-touch icing rules, or hybrid icing rules, no-change icing, I should say, are probably not in effect for an exhibition game of this caliber. But the Rustlers had some fresh legs out there anyway, so it didn't matter this time around. Now the Bisons force a turnover deep in Rustler territory. They work it up to the point. Klein from the right wing sends a shot that's well wide of the net, but it goes all the way around the boards to the other side of the blue line. The Rustlers now able to take their time, chip it out of the zone. And it's Woodward just outside his own blue line. Sends it all the way across to Shirley. A little bit of speed, but he slams on the brakes, but he got his pocket picked from behind. As the Bisons working in behind their own net to Klein. He chips it up in the air and out of harm's way. Now Klein picks it up. Looked like he had the pace to carry it in himself, but he dumped it in low and went for a quick line change. And now Berg all the way through center ice with tons of speed. This man hasn't played hockey in 3.5 months, and he went flying down the ice like it was his day job. But couldn't get much of a scoring chance there. Now the Bisons come the other way. It's Weeks, tries to dance around Fletcher. And nothing doing there, and that's the final buzzer for the opening 20 minutes. After the first period, it's 2-1 for the Wainwright Bisons over the Wainwright Rustlers. Bisons leading on the shot counter 17-8. It was an action-packed first period. And for a great cause as we support the Wainwright Rotary Club All Seasons Park project tonight here in Wainwright with this exhibition hockey game. We thank you for joining us. We'll be back in about 20 minutes for the start of the second period. Don't go far. We'll be back soon. Welcome back, folks. We're ready for the second period between the Wainwright Rustlers and the Wainwright Bisons, and it's the Bisons winning the opening faceoff. It's 2-1 for the Junior B Bisons after the first 20 minutes of hockey. And they work it in down low. Cycle it around the boards in the corner. Once again to Pastor. Sorry, it's McQuaid down there, not Pastor. And the pass to the point skips over the stick of Anglovec all the way down the ice, but the Bisons quickly recover. And McQuaid dumps it in down low. Ballguard there in the corner. Sends it to Watchell. He's pinned along the boards, though. He's got Soretsky and Connor James right there on top of him. The Bison's able to knock it free. They chip it down the ice. And it ends up scooting past their defenseman all the way into the neutral zone. And now they come the other way. There's a whole bunch of speed. It's McClendon firing a shot. It's blocked by Bailey, who stood his ground firmly. And now Clausen works it up to Berg, and the Rustlers come the other way. It's Berg coming down the left wing on his own. Works it in behind the net, but it gets knocked off a stick. He gets it back, though, and plays it in behind the net. No Rustler there to pick it up. The Bisons try to work it the other way. Rustlers force a turnover, and now it's Mullet going across the ice to Clausen. That one-time pass, one-time saucer pass was stayed in the air a little too long and ended up over his stick. Couldn't get a shot on goal. Checking the comments. It's great to see you, Ken. Thanks for joining us tonight. I know there's not a ton of viewers, but I think a lot of the viewers are here tonight in Wainwright. As I mentioned the first period, it's a great crowd tonight. Not a full barn because it's a big barn, but man, I haven't seen this many people here in Wainwright for a hockey game in quite a long time. It's wonderful to see so many people here to support not only both these teams, but a great community project. And now it looks like we're going to get a Rustlers power play. It's going to be a tripping call on the Bisons, number 17. It's Austin Klein going to the box. The Rustlers are going to get their first power play of the evening. It's going to be Soretsky, Hamilton, and Lishka. Soretsky, Hamilton, and Carson James. The Rustlers win the draw, but it comes out to the neutral zone. Their blue line is going to be Fletcher and Connor James. And now Fletcher picks it up just inside his own blue line. Slides it to Connor, and his shot ends up right in the chest of Holbeck. Holding on for the faceoff as there's only 18 seconds expired in this power play, and the Rustlers with a chance to even this game at 2-2 if they can cash in on this power play opportunity. Rustlers win the draw. Soretsky wins it forward and eventually works his way back to the point to Connor James. Now to Hamilton, all the way across the ice to Carson James. That was Fletcher, and his shot went wide. And now Hamilton trying to make the fancy pass, and they got picked off by the Junior B leading scorer, Dylan Aramco. He went through the legs but couldn't get a shot on goal. Now Connor James picks it up in his own end. He had Kelvin Hamilton all the way down the ice, but a Bison's defenseman was creeping close, so he didn't send the stretch pass. He carries it in himself. Berg slides it over to James. James goes cross ice to Soretsky, and he buries one. He had Holbeck sprawling, and he put a shot on goal. Holbeck got a lot of it. I had a percentage on it. I think Holbeck got like a good 80% of that puck. But it just ended up just popping up a little bit. Rolled over the back of his legs and into the goal. And just like that, it's a 2-2 hockey game. 3.5 minutes gone in the second period. And it's a tie game in Wainwright. Now the Bisons win the draw, work it back in their own end, taking their time. Quickly work it up ice, but Irvine's pass Was well behind his teammate. Looks like that was Watchell he was trying to hit on the run. But it went all the way down for an icing call. Now Berg from the point, his long shot was redirected right in front by Mike Shirley, but the save was made. And now the Bisons work it down low. Rustlers able to gain possession right by their own net. And now it's Bailey who just dumps it in and lets Mike Shirley chase after that. He's got Scott McCluskey with him. Now from their own end, the Bisons, they force a turnover, or they allow a turnover just inside their own blue line. Rustlers' shot went well over the net. I think that was from Tyler Ray. And now Ray on the forecheck. We'll play the patience card. We'll let the Bisons work it out from behind their own net through the neutral zone. But Woodward's there to pick it off. He feeds it to Ray, and a nice shot. Looked like it was low blocker side. Just got the top of the pad from Holbeck. Just by a smidgen and went up and into the netting. Just over 15 minutes remaining in this second period. The Rustlers and Bisons are tied at 2 goals apiece.
Reminder that everyone kids sport Wainwright is having a puck toss at the start of the second intermission. Purchase your pucks before the intermission in the lobby for $2 each. Tonight, the 3 closest pucks will each win a big prize courtesy of Wainwright Rustlers and Kids Sport Wainwright.
Good reminder from the PA announcer that not only are we supporting the Rotary project here tonight, but the Kids Sport Wainwright is also holding a puck toss fundraiser in the second intermission. That'll be fun to watch. You'll be able to see that live on our stream. Watching all the orange pucks flying onto the ice from the crowd. The Rustlers ice the puck and the Bisons now with an offensive face-off, offensive zone face-off. So Remco in now for the Bisons for the draw, but the Rustlers win it and they flip it way up in the air all the way down the ice, and that is going to be an icing call. Creative play, but it didn't work out in the end. As they got to stay put on the ice. Or no, they don't have to stay put on the ice. I apologize. As I mentioned earlier, it's an exhibition game, and they can change during an icing call. The Rustlers got some fresh legs out there. But they've only got 4 players. I just think Norman went for a late change, and nobody came on for him, and now Ty Mullen saunters his way onto the ice. Bisons win the draw, and a quick shot on net is steered wide by Goodwin. Bit of a battle in the corner. Bisons come away with it. They work it to the point to Olsen. Tries to slide it across to Allen. Line. I don't think there is an Allen. I don't know where I got that, but the Bisons eventually ice the puck. That's going to do it for that sequence, since we got an icing call coming all the way down the ice. 6 minutes gone in the second period now, as things have slowed down here in the last minute and a half or so. A couple icing calls. Offside. That'll surely slow the game down a wee bit. Rustlers force a turnover in the offensive zone, and Mullen's shot goes wide, high and over the net on the glove side. Now in the corner, it's Dicker. He steps right out in front, retains possession, makes good effort. His shot went wide the first time, and then he had a one-timer from the high slot, and it was scooped out of the air just like it was about 6 inches off the ice from Holbeck. Holding on for a face-off. Rustlers win the draw. But Hamilton, when he tried to chip it forward to himself, it ended up right on net. Holbeck holds on. And now the Bisons score and take a 3-2 lead. Cale Perkins burying one from the Bisons to take the lead here. Just shy of 7 minutes gone in the second period. That line of Perkins, Comerford, and McLennan is going to stay out there.
That Bison's goal, score number 24, Cale Perkins. Assist number 94, Cole Comerford. Number 27, Lucas McLennan. Goal 13-17. Perkins from Comerford and McLennan at 13-17.
Now the Bisons from their own end. McLennan sends it up ice to Comerford. He knocks it out of midair and still holds onto it. Dances around Josh Berg, but Berg made the secondary play on it and knocked the puck loose. And now it's Carson James flying down the right wing. His backhand shot was blocked by a stick of a defenseman. Bailey playing it in behind the net. The Bisons come away with it. They come right up the middle of the ice trying to find a centering pass. The Rustlers getting in the passing lane a couple times there. Now pass right out in front. But luckily for the Rustlers, Shirley was there to put a stop to that opportunity. The Bisons keep possession of the puck, but they have to circle back into the neutral zone. And now Watchell trying to chip it forward to himself, but couldn't get enough on it. Dalton Irvine right near center ice. Shoots it right on goal from the face-off dot at center ice. The Rustlers come away with it after that. Stretch pass to Shirley's knocked down out of midair. But he gets it the second time, and he tries to swing it back to a teammate, but there was no teammate there. And the loose puck ends up on the stick of Nick Norman, just inside the Rustlers' blue line. It's Woodward here. He gets it taken away from him. And now Tipler down the right wing. Chips it forward into the corner. Slides it forward as the Bisons work it down low. Rustlers gained possession. Puck though, cleared it out of the zone. Not all the way for icing, but enough for the Bisons to have to regroup. Now it's Weeks. Sends it across ice to Irvine. His centering pass right in front of the goal was steered away from trouble. And the Bisons from their own end now, working in behind the net. Ray's on the forecheck. It's him, Lishka, and Levi Woodward out there for the Rustlers. It's a Remco carrying the puck for the Bisons. All the way around the offensive zone. Comes to a stop in the corner and loses possession. The Rustlers come the other way. Woodward tries to chip it forward to himself around Olsen. There's not enough juice on that. And the Bisons gain possession, come the other way with Pastor down the left wing. His centering pass is picked off as well. Trevor Clausen banging it off the boards but can't gain the zone. Now the puck's behind Logan Garnier, pinned against the boards. As the Bisons cross the blue line, it's Pastor down the left wing. He fires a shot right in the gut. Nolan Goodwin holds on for a face-off as there's 9:46 to go. Bisons win the draw. They work to the point to Mills. Slides it down low to McLennan. To the point once again. It was Lincoln Glover, but his stick handle, he lost control of his stick handle for a second. And the one little move with the bobble had the puck come out of the zone and across the blue line. Now the Rustlers with the puck in their own end. They try for the stretch pass, but it's well behind Calvin Dicker. No icing call here, though. It's Clausen has it in the corner, sends it to Dicker. It bounced over his stick, and then it bounced over Mullet's stick. And the Bisons have a chance to come the other way. Mills now, he's got McLennan with him, and Comerford as well. His centering pass is picked off, and now James sends a heater to Kelvin Hamilton. He tries to slide it back to Soretsky, who had all kinds of room, but caught a skate of the Bison's defenseman. Glover, as Glover getting in the way in that passing lane, put a stop to that great chance for the Rustlers as they trail by 1. With 8 minutes, 40 seconds to go in this second period. Now the Bisons down the left wing. McQuaid with the puck. He goes for a centering pass to the top of the crease. Comerford couldn't get anything on that. Sorry, Paulgard, not Comerford. And now the Bisons come the other way. Paulgard sends a hard pass to McQuaid. Goes off his stick. Or goes off his skate, and he couldn't control it. Giving the Rustlers a chance to turn up. So McQuaid now down left wing. His shot's blocked by Bailey. From the corner, the two teams battling for possession. The Rustlers gain that possession, though. And now Berg tries to go straight up the ice to Hamilton, but it's picked off. Now it's Irvine carrying it through the neutral zone, all in his own, right up the middle of the ice. Tries to toe drag and fire a shot around Bailey, but Bailey stood his ground and put a stop to that chance with a great defensive effort. Now, another Bison shot. Looks like it caught a couple bodies in front. Didn't make its way to the net, and the Rustlers able to clear the zone. McCluskey across the blue line. He had Soretsky with him, but he finds Shirley instead. And he had a chance on the back post, but his shot got deflected and up into the netting. Calling for a face-off here with 7 minutes to go. 7:06 to be exact in the second period. Now we got a little issue down in the Rustlers' net. It appears there may be something wrong with Rustlers goaltender Nolan Goodwin, which could be an issue. Because I don't believe their second goaltender, Tommy Eisenman, is dressed tonight. They could call the Bison's goaltender, backup goaltender, Ryder Zubiak, and they're going to do exactly that. They're going to call Zubiak into the game to play goal for the Rustlers as Nolan Goodwin is making his way gingerly to the locker room. And Zubiak, sorry, that's Holbeck. This whole second period, it turns out I've been calling Zubiak Holbeck. It appears they made a switch at the period, and I didn't pay attention to that. So it's Holbeck in goal for the Rustlers now. Ryder Zubiak in goal for the Bisons. And now the Bisons carried into the zone. And had a tough wipeout from Mike Shirley. Took out the young referee. Looks like they're both okay. And they said this was a non-contact game. And now Roulette slides up to Shirley down the right wing. He's got a teammate with him. He tries to go with the cross-ice pass, but passing lane was stopped by Klein diving along the ice, sacrificing the body. Now the Rustlers' centering pass doesn't connect. Makes his way up to Connor James at the point. His shot is deflected wide and into the corner. And now a Remco comes the other way. The Bisons have a 2-on-1 of their own. Remco slides it across the ice, but couldn't connect with Cole Comerford, as these Bisons surely are going to have a ton of fun now playing against their number one goaltender and arguably the top goaltender in the NEA JBHL. Led the league in goals against average and save percentage. The only thing he didn't lead in was wins, and that's because the Bisons actually rotate goaltenders a little bit. Didn't win goaltender of the year, but boy, he deserved it, that's for sure. And now Bailey picks up the loose puck in the corner, swings it around the boards to Ray, and chips it forward, forcing the Bisons to recruit in their own end. Trying to set things up again. Mills sends it all the way across the ice. And now Paulgard with a centering pass to McQuaid, but he couldn't get much on that. Now the Bisons, in the offensive zone, Irvine goes across the blue line. And it looks like Irvine sent a hard shot on goal, but nothing doing there. Now Irvine from his own blue line sends it to McQuaid, chips it forward for Paulgard. And he's got Watchell behind him, but he sends it across the ice instead to Irvine. His first shot is blocked. The second pass, or the second chance, is a pass to Irvine, or to Paulgard. My goodness. Pass to Paulgard, and Paulgard buries one with a wide open goal. His teammate Holbeck, but opponent now here in the second period, couldn't see much as there was about 6 bodies standing right in front of him. And the Bisons now take a 4-2 lead with 4 minutes, 14 seconds left in the second period. Rustlers come away with the puck off the draw. The Bisons force a turnover, but they tried to chip it forward, and it goes off a Rustlers player and into the Rustlers bench. We're going to get a face-off here, where it appears just outside the Bisons' blue line. Clausen wins the draw. The Bisons force a turnover here. Now they got a 2-on-0. Trouble here for Holbeck. The Bisons flub it a wee bit. And the scoring opportunity goes by the wayside. Irvine, I should say, with a shot from the point. Missed the net, and now a battle behind the goal. Referee's going to blow that one, Ted. It's not too serious of a game, so they're going to err on the side of caution and just take a face-off here. Retrieve the goal paddle for Holbeck as he makes his way back to the crease. It's going to be weeks in for the Bisons and Soretsky for the Rustlers, and Soretsky wins it. Bisons force a turnover, though, and a shot from Tipler in the high slot goes up and over the goal. Now the Rustlers, Hamilton sends a nice cross-ice pass to Carson James. He slams in the brakes, goes to the slot, back to Hamilton, and a gorgeous mono opportunity there, but he can't beat the goaltender, Ryder Zubiak. And now a loose puck in the crease, and it's tucked home, and the Rustlers pull within one. Is Brent Soretsky scoring the Rustlers' third goal of the night, as Hamilton had a scoring opportunity there, and the rebound just fluttered around in the crease. Soretsky was there to bang it home. And that's going to be that. Now they make it 4-3. What's up, buddy? Oh, I don't know what that is. I think you just put that in the garbage, probably. I think that's just garbage. Yeah.
That was the goal, scorer number 25, Brent Soretsky, his second of the game.
Bisons with the puck now. They work it behind their own net as they lead by just one goal now.
3:16. Soretsky from Woodward and Hamilton at 3:16.
Bisons working it through the offensive zone. Working it down low. Pastor down there with possession. Gets it up to the point. A long shot is knocked down before it makes its way to the net. And Connor James clears it out of the zone, but it caught a piece of somebody's stick and went all the way up into the crowd. Looks like everybody's okay over there above the Zamboni tunnel. Somebody's got a souvenir to take home with them tonight. Curious to know if these pucks have a Rustlers or a Bisons logo on them, or if we got a good mix of the two playing in tonight's game. Couldn't tell you from up here, but it's a good question to ask. Rustlers clear the zone not long enough for an icing call as the Bisons retrieve the puck and work it the other way. Bison's able to force a quick turnover there just around their own blue line as Shirley sends it forward to Woodward. Tries to leave it there for McCluskey. McCluskey couldn't hold on to it. Bailey, now his pass is picked off, and it's Mills coming the other way. He has Comerford with him. Pass is just behind him, and Bailey was able to get enough of a blade of a stick on it to break up that pass. Now they send it forward. Rustlers trying to find their way up ice. It's Bailey from the half wall. Couple opportunities to try and send it up ice, but the Bisons thwarted it a few times. Now the Bisons in the corner in Rustlers territory. Send it up to the point to Irvine. Little head fake there. And a seeing eye puck is Irvine with a little left step head fake back to his forehand. Fired a shot on goal that didn't have a whole lot on it, but it looks like he caught Josh Berg right in front of the net. Caught his stick maybe. Redirected the path of the shot and beat Holbeck. Making it 5-3 for the Wainwright Bisons over the Wainwright Rustlers.
Last minute of play, second period.
And just like that, we got 1 minute to go in this middle frame.
That Bison's goal in second game, squad number 74, Joshua Algar. Assistant number 19, Dalton Irvine. And number 7, Nate McQuaid. Time by goal, 102. Algar, Irvine, and McQuaid at 102.
Yeah. Now the Bisons with a chance in the final seconds here as they try to work it into the Rustlers zone. Rustlers able to clear it out though. They send it down ice and Zubiak knocks it down out of the air, plays it up the boards, trying to find a teammate. Bison's working in behind the net. We got 20 seconds remaining in this period as they work it up ice real quick. Trying to find a chance. There's a good opportunity there as Carson Adams split the defenseman. Couldn't maintain his balance long enough to get a good shot on goal. Holbeck having a nice little playful poke at Adams as he skated away. It was great sportsmanship by Vaughn Holbeck to come in and play for the Rustlers tonight. The Bisons sort of get exactly what they were looking for. They wanted to stay sharp heading into their next round of playoffs, which should start in the next 2 days. And now both goaltenders getting lots of work. And that's going to do it for the second period. It's a 5-3 lead for the Wainwright Bisons over the Wainwright Rustlers. It's 27-18 on the shot counter. Both teams going to go take a little break. Maybe have a banana, do a little stretching. And they're going to come out and play a good third period here in Wainwright in this exhibition game between the local Junior B and the local Senior AA team in support of the Wainwright Rotary Club All Seasons Park Project. During this intermission, feel free to stay tuned and watch kids sport puck toss, as there will be plenty of orange pucks tossed on the ice here in a matter of seconds. We won't be here to be commentating on that, but you can feel free to watch and see who ends up closest to center ice. But in about 20 minutes at the end of the intermission, we'll be back and ready for the start of an exciting third period between these two clubs. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back soon. And we're back for the start of the third period just in time as the Rustlers come away with the puck off the opening draw. Bisons force a turnover just inside their own blue line. We dump it down low. The Rustlers get a hold of it. And now Shirley with a long shot. It misses the net. And now the Bisons clear the zone. James is there to pick it up. That's Connor James. He slides it up to Woodward. To Shirley. That's 77 and 71 gets me confused sometimes, but now it's Woodward. And the left wing slides it to McCluskey at the point. His long shot was knocked down by Zubiak and cleared away. Rustlers carried across the blue line, and Berg with a chance there. Can't get a shot off.
Ticket number 133455. That's an orange ticket, 133455. $1,625.
No 50-50 winner for me again tonight. $1,655. Fantastic 50-50. Which will support the Wainwright Rustlers tonight as they prepare to host the Hockey Alberta Senior AA Provincial Championships. That's April 6th to 9th. So they'll be taking the funds from the 50-50 and the bar sales tonight, which should be pretty good with this crowd we have here. The Rotary Club will be taking the funds from the ticket sales at the gate, which also obviously will be fantastic with this great crowd we have here tonight. It's awesome to see so many local hockey fans out supporting these two teams and supporting the Rotary Club's fantastic project. And now the Rustlers to the neutral zone. It's Hamilton coming down the left wing. He's got a teammate on the far left side. He tries to go for a shot on the back post. Misses net. And it's Lishka there battling along the boards right in front of the Zamboni door. Now Hamilton in the corner. Tries to kick it forward, but the Bisons come away with it. They get it to the neutral zone, but no further. The Rustlers quickly turn it up the other way. It's Soretsky with a chance. He goes with the cross-ice pass right at the top of the crease. And no dice for the Rustlers. And now the Bison's able to clear the zone. It's Adams. Crosses the blue line. Slides it forward for Paulgard. But he can't get quite enough on it to bury it on that chance there. Now the Bisons come the other way once again. Along the boards, they chip it forward, but the Rustlers finally come away with it. It's Norman with the puck. He goes backhand way up in the air into the neutral zone. Now the Bisons trying to set up a rush of their own. They work it deep. It's James there, swings it around the boards to Dicker. Not sure if he got a piece of that. He must have, as they're calling no icing. And the puck goes all the way down the ice. Mills chips it forward. And Pastor tried to chase it down, but he couldn't keep his footing. He had to sidestep a Rustlers forward in very tight range. Now the Bisons ice the puck. It's going to come all the way back down the ice. Nolan Goodwin is back in goal for the Wainwright Rustlers. He had left in the second period with what appeared to be an knee injury. I apologize. It's Thomas Eisenman in goal. My goodness. This exhibition game stuff has got me all flustered. It's Tommy Eisenman in goal. He's wearing Nolan Goodwin's pads. Eisman normally wearing those gorgeous brown pads. But now he's wearing Nolan Goodwin's gorgeous white, black, and orange pads in team colors. And he is apparently the emergency backup tonight, as he wasn't dressed to begin the evening. But he was in-house and had enough time to switch pads with Nolan Goodwin at the second intermission. That means Holbeck is back on the bench for the Bisons. Ryder Zubiak remains in goal for those Bisons. And now, battle along the boards. Bisons come away with it as Pastor chasing it down. Slides it out in front, but Berger's in the way there. And now the puck ends up on top of the net, and a whistle blows to slow things down. And we're going to face off inside the Rustlers territory. Shot from Klein. Catches Woodward on the shin pad. Woodward off to the races. He had to slam on the brakes. Tried a centering pass. That pass is deflected wide of the goal. Now the Bisons come the other way, but Brad Bailey gets on his horse and breaks up that attempt. Berg steps in. That's a situation in a senior hockey league game where he would nearly end a man's night stepping into him and laying a hit, but no contact in tonight's game, so we played the puck, and that puck eventually ended up over the glass and into the stands. Nobody worse for the wear. Another souvenir for the crowd, and we're going to face off to Tommy Eisman's blocker hand side. Bisons win the draw, but the Rustlers come away with it. It's Hamilton down the left wing. Rustlers have numbers if they hustle, and that centering pass to Soretsky doesn't connect. A second chance, though, from Carson James as he was able to get a shot on goal, but Zubiak did another save, and now the Bisons, from their own end, bang it off the glass and out of the zone. Little back and forth just inside the Bisons' blue line, but the Bisons eventually come away with it, and it's Paulgard down the right wing. He fires a shot, but James gets a stick in the shooting lane, directs that puck wide of the goal, and then the Rustlers able to clear the zone. Bisons, though, quickly jump on it. It's Small poking it forward. Isn't able to maintain possession, though, as Connor James, with all kinds of speed and hustle, jumps on it, steals it away from the goaltender, tries to the wraparound attempt, but no luck there, and now battle in the corner. Dicker comes away with it. Works it even deeper down low in behind the net. Slides it over to Connor James now. Nifty little move to kick it back up to his stick. And now loops around the forechecker. Loops around another forechecker. Dirty little toe drag. Gets it to Fletcher. Fletcher fires one, and it goes just over the net. May have caught the elbow or upper arm of Zubiak there to make the save. Bison's the other way. They're going to play a little dump and chase. Get a few fresh bodies out there. The Bison's quickly the other way. It's Clausen with the puck. His shot went off a shin pad and up and into the crowd. So we'll get a face-off here with 12:15 left to go in this game. It's a 5-3 lead for the Wainwright Bisons in what has been as exciting an exhibition game can be, as these two teams have been back and forth all night long. Bisons win the draw here. Work it through the neutral zone. Quickly up to a Remco on the right wing. His shot was blocked. The Bisons steal the puck and come away with it. Now it's Levi Woodward down the right wing. He loses control of it with a little speed wobble. The Rustlers forced to regroup in the neutral zone and try again. Ray crosses the blue line. Couldn't find a teammate there. And the Bisons now with possession, flip it into the neutral zone, where Brian Ouellette was standing there waiting for it. Rustlers ring it all the way around the boards. Ray is there on the forecheck. He's got Woodward with him, now up to Ouellette at the point. And now a shot. It looked like Logan Garnier got a piece of that with his stick and directed it well wide of the goal, and now the Bisons come the other way. A chance there for Pastor, but he got stood up at the blue line. Now he's going to go to the bench, get some fresh legs. As the Rustlers, Zubiak thought the Rustlers had iced the puck, but the official said no dice. And now the Rustlers with a chance. It's McCluskey, slides it to Woodward. Woodward with a cross-ice pass almost got redirected in by a diving Bison's defenseman. But they got lucky. And it went well wide. And now a battle in the corner. Puck squirts out to the slot and a hard shot from Ouellette. Save was made by Zubiak. And now McLennan comes the other way. McLennan tries to dance around James, but James stood his ground. Was able to knock the puck loose and swing it around the boards. Now Klein from the point. His shot goes just a little wide. Connor James with the puck on his stick through the neutral zone. He's going to carry it himself. Tries to step around. Klein got it knocked off a stick, but he got it right back. And now Shirley with the chance at the side of the goal. He had a little redirect there. Sneaky little play. Couldn't bury it. And Zubiak holds on for the faceoff. We are exactly halfway through this third period. 10 minutes to go in this game. The Bisons lead by 2 goals. It's 5-3 for the Junior B Bisons over the Senior AA Rustlers. Rustlers won the draw, but the shot was blocked from the point, and now the Bisons come the other way. Paulgard down the left wing, scoots toward the middle of the ice. Eisman with a diving play to knock that puck away from the crease. And now Hamilton comes the other way. He's got Soretsky with him. He's got Carson James with him, who fired a shot. But it got just a piece of the glove from Zubiak, and the Bison's able to chip it into the neutral zone. Rustlers now work it in. The offensive zone, it's Hamilton and Carson James. James back to the point. Bailey slides it to Berg. Berg steps around the defenseman, but can't hold on to the puck. Now Bailey has to retreat. Make a play here to work it up to Soretsky. Soretsky has to loop-de-loop. Back to Berg. Plenty of pressure from the Bisons on the forecheck here with a 2-goal lead. And under 9 minutes to go in the third period. Now a dump attempt from Small. Almost hit the ceiling. It was way up in the air and into the netting. That's going to be a face-off here. 8:40 to go in this third period. It's been a great one between these two teams as they play a competitive exhibition game here in Wainwright in support of an awesome project here in town. If you're interested in donating to the Wainwright All Seasons Park project, it really is a fantastic initiative. It's going to be a wonderful addition to the community. Lots of families, lots of children are going to be using this park. And if you're interested in donating yourself and being a part of a good cause and bringing this to town, you can contact any Rotary member. And if you don't know a Rotary member, just ask somebody around town. Somebody knows a Rotary member. Contact myself, Zach McLaughlin at the newspaper, and I'll direct you towards a Rotary member. And you can donate directly to the cause if you so choose. The Rotary Club is raising $500,000 for this park, which will be installed in Wainwright hopefully in the near future if fundraising efforts continue to go this well. Don't quote me on it, but I think they're about at $200,000. Fundraising's only been going on for about 6 months or so. It might be a little less than that. It might be about 150 or so, but there's been a fantastic fundraising effort so far for what is going to be an exciting addition to the community. I'm excited to use it, and I'm a 32-year-old man. Now, great opportunity for the Rustlers, and they score. That is a greasy one for Kyler Lishka. A nice cross-ice pass from Levi Woodward to get Kyler Lishka on the left wing. He had a little one-timer opportunity. Didn't get much of it at all. Frankly, he fanned on it. But it flubbed up just enough that it popped over the pad of Ryder Zubiak and went in. And now the Rustlers only trailed by one. It's a 5-4 Bisons lead.
Rustler goal, number 34, Tyler Lishka, assist number 47.
Now the Bisons chip it out of the zone, quickly trying to regain their 2-goal lead, but Connor James, with some quick feet, quick hands, is able to get possession of the puck. And now Shirley steps in, fires a shot from a bit of a sharp angle. Save was made by Zubiak, and the Bisons come the other way. They send it in down low, and now Paulgard chases it down. But he can't get there in time, and the Rustlers clear the zone. Irvine through the neutral zone. Steps around a few Rustlers. Steps around another. Goes to the backhand with a centering pass. Can't connect on the first guy, but the second guy gets it. That shot goes well wide of the goal. Now Glover evades a couple stick checks. Can't evade the third, though. The puck is cleared. And now Mike Shirley is one-on-one with Irvine. Irvine gets the better of him, though, with the stick check, clearing the puck away. Puck comes out to the neutral zone where Josh Berg is there to pick it up. Make a play for the Rustlers over to Brad Bailey. Over to Hamilton, but went off his stick, couldn't get enough of it. So Soretsky just dumps it in. Irvine now with a quick spin around, trying to make a play behind his own. Raising exhibition game between the Wainwright Rustlers and the Wainwright Bisons. Bisons turn it up ice. It's a Remco with the puck on a stick. Backhand shot on Thomas Eisenman and steered away easily. Now Clausen in his own end. He gets dumped. But he gets right back up. And now a shot from the point. It's caught out of midair by Eisenman. He holds on for the face-off. And now the Bisons pick it up just inside their own blue line, and with some speed, they come down the left wing. Work it behind the net as the shooting lane was cut off. Comerford with it now, works it up to the point to Tippler. Tippler's pass was fanned on, and the Rustlers clear the zone. They go for a quick change as the Bisons turn it up ice. Mills crosses the blue line, slams on the brakes. His pass down to the corner was picked off, and Josh Berg plays it off the glass and all the way into Bison's territory. 3.5 minutes to go in this one. He barely clears the zone. Comerford now down the right wing for the Bisons. Slams on the brakes once again. Rings it up the board, trying to find a teammate, but it's the Rustlers who pick up possession of the puck. Levi Woodward trying to split the defenseman, but no such luck. And now the Bisons cross the blue line. It's Comerford. He outpatiences Brian Ouellette, works around him. It looks like he drew a penalty on Ouellette. It's going to be 2 minutes for hooking, maybe? And Ouellette's going to go to the box. Looks like there's 2 minutes for hooking, I want to say. That penalty signal wasn't very definitive. The Bisons on the power play now. They win the draw, and a shot in front is deflected by Comerford. But they can't bury it. Now the Rustlers are going to be able to clear the zone. It's McCluskey. He's got Shirley with him. It's a 2-on-2. Short-handed. Passed back to Shirley. He's not able to get much on it, but then the second chance, he gets a good shot on goal. Looked like it caught the goaltender right in the chest. Bisons carried into the offensive zone. Irvine works it up high. Olsen's there. He sends it down low. Comerford's waiting for it. Pastor's there as well. But the Rustlers able to chip it loose. And now it's Connor James with Mike Shirley. His centering pass can't find Shirley. And now Aremko carries it the other way. Centering past to Pastor, and his shot goes wide. Bisons retain possession on the rebound here. It's Irvine from the point. Now down low to Aremko. Back up to Irvine, but that was way wide of his stick. And Zubiak comes out of his crease to play it up ice to his teammates. It's Garnier with it now. Rustlers force a turnover in the neutral zone. But now the Bisons force a turnover in the offensive zone. And now it's Klein with the puck. He goes cross ice. They fire one. Looked like from Paulgard from the left wing, but no dice there as we're rolling into the final minute of this game, and the Bisons leading by 1 goal. Fletcher now plays it up ice, but Paulgard with a great, fantastic job. And Paulgard, what an opportunity there. Took advantage, knocking the puck out of midair to keep it in the zone and prevent the offside. Maintains possession of it, steps in and absolutely rips a shot. Top corner over the blocker to restore the Bison's 2-goal lead. It's now 6-4 with 48.5 seconds to go in this hockey game. Best individual effort of the night by Josh Paulgard. Now the Rustlers able to keep it in the zone. They look for a last-ditch effort here.
Score number 74, Joshua Paulgard. Number 27, Lucas McClendon. And number 17, Austin Klein. Back home, 48 seconds.
Oh, great chance there for Connor James as his shot goes up and over the net. He has possession once again in the corner. Tries to work to the point, but there's nobody there. So Fletcher has to come back out to the neutral zone, pick it up, swoop around, but there's only 7 seconds to go, and that's about going to do it. A fantastic game between these two teams, the Wainwright Bisons and Wainwright Rustlers, as they raise funds for the Rotary All Seasons Park project. Josh Paulgard, clearly the first star of the game with a hat trick, including that beautiful single-handed effort goal in the final minute of the game. And it's a 6-4 final score for the Bisons. They'll be shipping off to the second round, presumably against the Killam Wheat Kings. Presumably starting on Wednesday or Thursday. If not, it'll be on Friday or Saturday. Nothing confirmed quite yet. But they're looking to move ahead in the NEA JVHL playoffs as they are looking to pick up their 6th straight league championship in what has been a hell of a run for this dynasty of the Wainwright Bisons. The Wainwright Rustlers unfortunately lost in the opening round of the playoffs to the Alcoin Elks in a 2-7 or a 7-2 upset in that playoff matchup. And they're going to be done until the April 6th to 9th provincial championships. That's going to be it for us here tonight. We appreciate you joining us. We'll be back in April for the provincials when the Rustlers take on league champions from around the province. We thank you for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay safe, stay warm. And thank you for supporting the Rustlers and the Bisons and the Rotary Club here in Wainwright tonight. Take care. Bye.